Hey guys, welcome to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about Module 2 Dynamics, which is the Year 11 topic for physics. So, welcome back first of all to the new term. I know a lot of you are probably excited as well as some not so excited about getting started back into something new. But I thought in this video, we're just going to introduce to you what dynamics is about and how it differs from the first module, kinematics. Alrighty, so as an introduction, dynamics considers the forces that interacts with the objects that causes them to either move or to remain stationary. So in the first topic, you were introduced to the basics of vectors and scalars. You were introduced to the different relationships between displacement, velocity, and acceleration. So the next logical step after learning about acceleration is to be learning about forces. So this is what dynamics is completely about. Dynamics is about considering the forces that affects your object's motion. So, how does this topic look? This topic, or this module, is broken down into three main sub-modules, or you can call them topics as well. So, just briefly taking a look at the syllabus, we have three sub-modules so far. So we have forces as the first one, then we have forces, acceleration, and energy. That's all one sentence. Forces, acceleration, and energy. And then in the third submodule, we have momentum, energy, and simple systems. Now, let's not get bogged down by some of the other stuff. Let's just take a quick look at what the first submodule entails. So forces, the building blocks. The first submodule will introduce to you the different concepts of Newton's laws. Then we start thinking about forces and equilibrium. Then we start doing some mathematical problems where we consider resultant and component forces. And then we also take this into the context of inclined planes. Now, there's a lot of different types of questions, and I'm sure the different textbooks you are using, they probably show you a lot of different examples as well. So I'll go through those in more detail in the next few videos, but in this video I'm just going to talk about some of the things you'll see throughout this module. Okay, so module 2 is new, so some of the things you see will be a little bit different across the course. Alrighty, so one common example you'll see objects represented as just simple blocks because hey, we like to simplify things in physics. Then it's basically you have tension in a string and you have a block that's hanging from a fixed wall or like the ceiling. So this is a fairly simple scenario. It's not moving. Then we have this thing called an Atwood machine. So in this scenario, you actually have movement, whereas this one is stationary. You have movement in this one. So an Atwood machine doesn't really serve any real purpose. All it is really done is to represent some of the physics to give you a demonstration. So in this example, you actually have movement and acceleration, and you have two masses. Usually one will be heavier than the other, which means because this one is heavier, I assume because it's drawn larger, this this pulley will rotate, and this mass will fall down, and this one will move up. Next up, you'll definitely have questions on inclined planes. This is not a maybe because it's definitely mentioned in the syllabus. So you will more than likely see an example similar to this where you have a mass represented by this block on a plane which will represent by this triangle, and the plane is at a certain angle which we show as theta here, and then the forces is always down for weight, but you have to think about breaking it up, and you have this end force, the normal force, and so on. So if the diagram looks complicated now, don't worry, honestly, it's a lot simpler than it looks from this diagram. Next up, we take things a step further, so we actually combine this concept of an inclined plane with this concept of a pulley. So you have two masses joined by each other, similar to the Atwood machine, but this time you are connected by the plane. So in this scenario, it's similar to the relationship between these two in the sense that one mass will be falling and the other mass will be getting lifted up. So in this scenario, because this is heavier, I assume this will fall down the plane and this mass will get pulled up. There is the converse scenario where this mass is heavier, so this will fall and this gets pulled up the plane. But we will explore those as we come across them, and we'll do a lot of maths associated with it, but I promise you it's not as hard as it looks. So this was just a quick overview. The next video we're going to be looking at Newton's laws, and I'm excited to dig into it with you. So I hope you are looking forward to the new term. I'll see you for the next video. Thanks and bye for now. As always, thanks for watching. This is just to let you know that I help run a Facebook group called Prelim Discussion Group 2018. All you have to do is search for it in the search bar and you'll be able to find it. So it's a good way to connect with your fellow Year 11s, as well as to share resources and talk about the new syllabus. So again, thanks for watching. I'll see you for the next one.